Mousseline Buttercream is my favorite non-chocolate buttercream. It's a combination of butter and Italian meringue, and it really works best with high-fat butter, though it will work with any butter as long as it doesn't have a lot of water in it. So either choose a high-fat butter or a AA grade butter, and the temperature is really critical. It needs to be, both the butter and the Italian meringue, between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 18 or 21 degrees centigrade. Italian meringue is made by beating hot syrup into egg white. Then it's cooled to be 65 to 70 degrees. I've beaten the butter for 3 minutes on medium-high speed until it lightens in color but doesn't get higher in temperature than absolutely 70 degrees. And here's the critical part, when a lot of people panic because when they combine the Italian meringue with the butter, at first it seems to curdle. But as long as you have maintained those right temperatures, it's going to smoothen out into silk. And there are many things you can add to mousseline. You can add chocolate, you can add liqueur. Today I'm going to add strawberry butter, and that makes it a beautiful pink, especially if you use the American Spoon Food strawberry butter, because that is so intense, and there's no butter in it. It's called strawberry butter because it's after the Amish, when they call things apple butter or fruit butters, but really it's just a very intense puree, and it's absolutely delicious. But if you're using another variety, it's best to use a few drops of red food color to give it the right color. And now on medium-high speed, we beat the two together. It's looking better than it should. Normally it starts looking like, uh-oh, it's never going to come together. But the temperature is so perfect that we're not getting very much curdling. You can see just a tiny bit, perhaps, yep. You can see a little bit of separation. I wouldn't advise doing this on a humid day because, as I mentioned, if the butter has a lot of water in it or it's humid, it never works, and then it turns to soup. Okay, here again it's beginning to look like cottage cheese and somewhat curdled. Good opportunity to scrape down this little bit of butter on the edge. And now I won't stop it until it smoothens out completely. And I wouldn't add the liqueur or the strawberry butter until it reaches that point. Beautiful. I'll just get a little on the spatula so you can see how smooth and creamy it has become. And now add some of the strawberry butter. Whenever you beat any mixture, initially the blades always push it, or the beaters always push it to the sides of the bowl. So that's why recipes always say scrape as needed. And again, it's looking a little bit curdly, but on continued beating it's going to smoothen out again. It smells like a field of fresh strawberries. And you can see what a nice, smooth, airy buttercream it is. Now at this point, if it looked like it was still not smooth, I would take the temperature. And if it was over the 70-degree mark, over 21 degrees centigrade, I would put it over a bowl of ice water just for a few moments to stir it. Or if it was below 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees centigrade, I would put it over a bowl of hot water. Not touching, or if you can touch it briefly, but the minute you see it beginning to melt around the edges, you quickly remove it and continue with a whisk or with a spatula. And we don't need to do that now because it would be so beautiful for frosting a cake. But just to tell you that should the temperature be off, that's what you would do. And that is mousseline, strawberry mousseline buttercream.